everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. My voice is still broken, so just ignore that. But today I'm going to be doing a blue design. I really love this polish from, let's zoom in a little bit, there we go, from Gel Perfection. It is called Poolside and it is this beautiful blue colour. I used it on a client the other day and I just thought, you know what, I need to do something else with that because I absolutely love it. So I'm going to be using that. Oh, along with Sheer Pink from Gel Perfection as well. I'm literally just showing you quickly what I've used because I've already done the base colour on all of the nails, so you don't just have to sit me watch and paint nails. And then I'm literally just going to be using this. You can just about see the colour of it because the camera, obviously, the light is reflecting from it. But yeah, I'm going to be using this beautiful foil as well. So we're going to be doing like a leafy, abstracty sort of design. This is what I've already done. We've got one full blue nail and then the other four are pink. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing two nails that are, so just imagine that that is the thumb. That is how I'd see it. Then these two, we've got the pinky and the index finger, and then obviously the ring finger and middle of those two middle ones. So what I'm going to be doing is doing some abstracty sort of design on here with some leaves over the top, and then these two are just going to be half and half with some silver flexi tape. So I'm going to be using that as well. So I'm just going to do the half and half nails first, and to do that I'm going to use my favourite brush from Erin's collection, and that is called, believe it or not, Erin's favourite, which I can totally understand why, because it is now my favourite as well. And it's basically, I'm just giving it a quick clean off because it's got a bit of glitter in it. It's basically just a long striper brush. I also use the Bestie brush from her collection quite often, and the oval gel brush and the blend it brush. To be fair, I use all of them, they're really good. I've got, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. They are all absolutely brilliant. So if you're wanting to invest in some good brushes, definitely choose Erin's, because one, it's not really an investment because they're really affordable, and two, they are fantastic. You won't need any different ones. So I've just got a palette. I'm going to pop some blue polish on it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just popping, this is how I like prep my liner brushes when I'm going to be doing some line work. I just make sure that every single bristle is soaked in gel. Obviously make sure your palette is clean as well. And then once I've run my brush through that, I will literally just go ahead and create my line. I have found that with doing like long straight lines or even short straight lines, like the best way to do it is just be really quick. I find that like the more that I mess about and try and get it perfect, the more wrong it usually goes. Yeah, my trick is to just go straight in and do it. And the thing is, if you go wrong or it gets wonky or anything happens, worst comes to worst, you can just wipe it off totally, or secondly, you can just clean it up. It's not an issue. And then once I've done that, I'm then going to go in with my brush from the bottle of the polish. Does that make sense? I don't know, it doesn't sound like it does. I'm just making sure that I don't have loads and loads on my brush because I don't want to flood this side of the nail and then it not cure properly. So, and I don't want to ruin my line as well. So I'm just going over, making sure that everywhere is covered, and then I'll paint properly. You can obviously create a line with the bottle brush if you like, but I just absolutely love Erin's brushes. They make line work so easy. Can also use the Bestie brush, but I tend to use that for shorter lines. Obviously these nails are quite long, so the long detailer is very useful. So once I've done that, I'm going to pop it in the lamp. I am going to be doing the opposite half of the other nail, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera because obviously you've just saw me do that one. Then we can come back and finish off these two, and then we can get moving on the abstract nails. Okay, so just on the other one, I'm now just gonna, that one's in the lamp, so while this one is out, I'm now just gonna cut this striping tape so we can go ahead and apply to the middle. This is the good thing, actually no, I've lied. I'm gonna do a second coat and then I'll come back and we'll do that. Okay, I've done a second coat, let's just stand that there. So I'm gonna cut the flexi tape just to make sure that it's, well actually no I'm not, because I'm gonna be using these two bits anyway and there's not really that much left. So I'm just gonna cut this off this end. I'm going to be using those two bits there. So this is the good thing about designs like this, is it doesn't really matter whether your lines are like mega straight, because obviously we're going to be covering them up with flexi tape anyway, and flexi tapes come in different thicknesses, so if you do mess up like how straight your line is and stuff and it's a little bit wonky, you could always just use a thicker strip of flexi tape and it just won't be an issue because you won't even notice it. So I'm just going to place this on the nail really gently at first, like not put any pressure on. I don't want it to actually stick properly until I've like, it's landed quite good actually. It is pretty central, so that's not a problem. But yeah, I do like to do it quite gently at first just to make sure that it is central before I go ahead and make sure it's stuck. So I'm just running my tweezers up the tape to make sure it is stuck down. I'm just going to pinch that bit. Fold that over. Flexi tape does break really easily, so I usually just pull it on the end and it just comes off really easy. So that is literally all I'm going to be doing for these nails. When this one has come out, obviously I will apply that tape to that one as well, just like that, and then all I will do then is just top coat those two nails, and then those two are literally done. The blue one, I'm also going to top coat that because there's nothing fancy going on with that one either. That's just going to be plain blue. These ones are done, and then we can move on to these two pink ones. Okay, so moving on to these two, I totally didn't press play properly, so that's why there's a little patch on here, but I'm just using this foil to create some random patches, like nothing in particular. I don't really need it to be really neat. I've not applied any sort of foil gel or anything. I am just using the tacky layer of the gel itself, of the sheer pink, which, might I add, Gel Perfection colours don't have a massive like amount of tacky. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but I'm sure you got what I mean. So obviously if you do use a colour where the tacky layer is not very prominent and it's not really what you wanted, then do go ahead and apply a foil gel. That would make it a lot easier. So that's the two nails we've got here with those blue foils on. They're absolutely beautiful. And then we're going to go in with, so I'm going to use the Blend It brush from Erin's collection. I'm not affiliated in any way with Erin at all, by the way, with her brand of brushes or anything. I literally just shout about them because I love them. They're just brilliant, and I've been using them ever since she brought them out. They are fantastic. So I'm just going to go over this foil now with this blue gel. So I'm just going to saturate my brush in it, and then I'm just going to create some strokes in random places, like not any particular way, not any particular direction, just randomly on the nail. Super easy. And then once I've done that and I'm happy with it, I will pop that into the lamp. I'm going to do that with both nails. So once that's been in the lamp, I'm going to go over those areas again with the blue just to make them a little bit more opaque. You don't have to do that, it is abstract, so you can literally just leave as is. It's really not an issue, and to be fair, it doesn't make that much difference because Gel Perfection colours are really good anyway. But I just like to add extra steps to myself so everything takes longer because it's fun. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to cure this, and then we're going to go in with Velvet Top Coat. So for the next step, like I just said, I'm going to be using Velvet Top Coat, and Diamond Glitters Gel Perfection Velvet is called Make It Velvet. So that's what we're going to be using on both of those nails. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm now going to do some hand painted leaves. And obviously I like to know that if I go wrong, I can wipe it off and then start again without affecting that foil underneath. Because if I wiped off my painted stuff that is on top of, like directly on top of foil, for a start it'll be a bit bumpy because of the foil, so the texture of it, the finish of it isn't going to be exactly how I want it. And also I obviously will wipe off the foil when I come to wipe off the polish or the paint when I'm painting. So I hope that makes sense. If not, then please do let me know and I will try and explain it a bit better, because sometimes my words just don't come out as I mean them. So I'm going to be using Magpie's white gel paint, which I definitely am going to have to get some of soon because my pot is running low. So I'm going to be using the Bestie brush for this one. It's a little bit shorter than the Erin's favourite brush, like I mentioned. I'm going to show you it now. I just need to give it a quick clean because again, it's got glitter in it. All of my brushes have glitter in. It's a nightmare. Right, so now I've done that, let's just get into this white. I'm just going to pop a little bit on my palette here, and again, just run my brush through it like I would with the long detailer. Haven't even put the Velvet Top Coat on yet. Okay, BRB, I'm going to paint these velvet and then put them in the lamp, and then I will carry on with this step. Okay, can we just take a minute to appreciate how nice this foil is? Matte, like, it's just beautiful. tap my screen with my nose as usual. But look, it's so nice. Absolutely love it. It's not going to stay matte, by the way. I am having this as a shiny design, but there you go. It's fine. You could just leave it matte if you wanted to. So we're going in with white. I was going to do black, but I feel like white will show up better and will look better because it's like a light sort of design. So I'm just going to go up and create the initial stem. That's what we're going with. And then to create my leaves, I usually just get a little blob of polish on the bottom of my brush and then just wiggle it side to side and then just pull up. And that is literally it. I am going to make them bigger, but I just wanted to show you like the initial, that's what I go for. I actually do a lot of the time do it with a dotter. I'll show you what I mean. I'm pretty sure I've done it in previous videos, but I'll do it again just in case I've either dreamt that I've done it in previous videos or it's been that long that no one remembers it. So I'll just get a dot on my dotting tool and then place it on the nail. I need a bit more polish than that. But yeah, I just place it on the nail, create a dot, and then get all the excess off my brush, and then literally just pull up through the top and through the bottom to the stem. And then all you need to do is just make it look more like a leaf, because the dot has obviously given you like the fat area of the leaf. So all you got to do is just blend it. And that's literally it. It actually looks better than my original one, which is really annoying, but there you go. So I am going to make it just slightly thicker. Like I want the ones at the bottom to be a bit bigger than the ones at the top, just so it covers more nail basically, because I don't know why I said because, like there was a reason for it. I just want it to. It's one of those, it's just, I just want it to. So there we go. And make it a bit wider. There we go. They look really strange at the moment, but obviously when the thing, like when the whole stem is full, it won't look so weird. So I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way up. I will probably speed through this bit because it's going to be super boring if I leave the whole thing in, because it's not the most exciting process to watch. And obviously I've got 2 nails of it to do, and it's not the most exciting process to do either. So I sort of want to get through it as well. But as you can see here, just before I do start speeding it up, I am just popping my brush on with a little ball of paint at the end of my brush, giving it a wiggle, and then releasing. I am just going to do a leaf at the top of the stem as well. I find it much easier to paint like going down with a brush than I do pulling up, which sounds really strange. I hope it makes sense, but I don't know why, it's just the way that I prefer it. So I'm just going to do this side in real time and then I will speed up the other side. So I haven't took the excess off my brush just yet. I'm just going in and making these dots a little bit wider first. And then when it comes to the next step, I will need to get off the excess. Not bothering about like linking them up or the tips. I've just realised I haven't even finished this yet. But yeah, I'm not bothered about linking them up to the stem yet. I don't know if anyone heard that, but my gate is all over the place outside. Like the wind is ridiculous. But it's really warm, which is really strange. But there you go. That's what you get for living in England. So I'm just pulling up through them now, making sure I don't have loads on my brush. Literally just like that. And then I'm going to go in and make them all look like a leaf shape by pulling down to the stem as well. Oh, I've missed a couple. I'm having one of those days today where my brain just does not want to work. And then that is when I will make them all more of a leaf shape and link them up to that bit that I've just pulled up through the top. Good thing about painting leaves is they don't really need to be perfect. Like actual leaves are not perfect, so you know, especially with a design like this, like the underneath being the way it is, like it's an abstract design. You can just tell everyone that your leaves are also abstract if they go to shit. Sorry, I don't usually swear on my channel. But yeah, you get my drift. It's fine. That's what I'm going with. So that's it. That's that side done. I'm then going to go off camera and do the other side and the other nail. Obviously I need to do this on the other nail as well, so I'm going to go ahead and do that in the exact same way that I've done this one, so you're not missing anything, and then we can come back and top coat them both. I've actually decided not to do two leaf nails because I actually really like how this like abstracty one looks like without them, so I'm literally just going to pop a few dots on this one, just so it's got a bit of white in it to bring it together with everything else. Well, everything else I say, you know, just basically that one nail that's got white on it. So I'm just going to do like a little trail of dots instead because I absolutely bloody love a dot. I don't even know why, but I don't know, I just feel like dots bring something to the table, you know. They just, you're all probably listening thinking this woman is absolutely on something. I'm not, just in case you were thinking that. I am just generally a bit strange, like that's all it is. Don't have to take anything to be it, it's natural. So yeah, I'm just going to apply some dots randomly. I don't want to cover like too much of the nail with them though, because like I said, I do really like how the nail looks. I love that foil and I don't really want to like cover it up twice. So we're just going to leave that one like that. I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure those, but in the meantime, while that's curing, because these ones are cured now, I'm going to top coat this. So I'm using the Model Ones Lipstick Series top coat. Because why not? Don't really know why I went into such great detail about that, but just in case you're wondering, that's what I'm doing. Obviously at this point, after the velvet top coat and before this coat of top coat, you could just leave as is. Like if you wanted the leaf, what do I keep saying, the leaf? If you wanted the leaf to be shiny and the base matte, you could by all means have just literally left it how it was just, but I really love that foil. Like I love it when it's matte, but I really, really love it when it's shiny. So I'm gonna have it as a shiny set, I think. I've also changed the order, if you've noticed. So this would be the middle nail. It's the other way around, so it's this hand. So the thumb is this one, and then the index finger will be the one without the leaf on. The middle finger would be this one. The one with the leaf is the ring finger, and then this one would be the pinky if I were to do this as an actual set. So I'm just going to top coat this one as well. And then that is literally it for this design. I really hope you like it. I absolutely love this combination of colours. Yeah, I'm really happy with how they turned out actually. It was like just one of those things that was in my head, and a lot of the times things that are in my head don't really end up looking on a nail how they look in my head. This one is one of those times, so it went well, which is good. Doesn't happen that often. So I'm going to wait till this one is now set, and then we'll put them all together. I'm going to put them on the end of my straw like I usually do at the end of the videos, and then we can have a look how they turned out. So that's the set done. I'm really, really happy with how they turned out. I absolutely love this blue colour. Let me know if you do too, because I just think it's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely my favourite blue from Diamond Glitter's Gel Perfection range. It's just beautiful. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It's something really nice and quick and easy. Just realised I have absolutely cured a really long hair in there. That's really irritating. I will definitely have to remove that top coat and do it again. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another one. Bye!